Self-respect and pride. What is the essence of these two? Self-respect and pride are simply natural to your individuality, and there is no difference between self-respect and pride. Indeed, there is no difference between the two, self-respect and pride. However, there is a difference between the ego and self-respect or pride. Self-respect and pride are simply natural to your individuality. They are your dignity. They are your acceptance of yourself. Remember, self-respect and pride has nothing to do with ego. It is acceptance of yourself. When you accept yourself, out of that pride comes in, a self-respect comes in. You begin to respect yourself, your decisions, but normally that does not happen. We never respect our decisions. We always doubt them. When the decisions evolve out of your being, out of your consciousness, these have to be accepted, honored, and out of that self-respect comes. They are your dignity. They are your acceptance of yourself. The ego is a comparison. When you compare yourself with someone or a situation with the other, then it is a part of ego. Self-respect and pride are non-comparative, and that is the basic difference between ego. Ego is comparative and self-respect is non-comparative. In ego, you are always comparing. I am superior to others. I am better than you or higher than you. In many ways, you try to compare. You say that you are holier than you, or I am a saint and you are a sinner. Whatever the reason, you are comparing yourself as being superior and reducing the other to being inferior. This is the formation and essence. When you compare yourself with the other, this is the formation and the essence of ego. But pride is non-comparative. It does not say anything about anybody else. It simply says, I am respectful to myself. I love myself. I am proud just to be. Just to be. Here is this beautiful existence. It does not say anything about anybody else. The moment you go into comparison, the ugly game of ego starts. My respect towards myself is not a hindrance for you to be respectful towards yourself. You are respectful to yourself. I am respectful to myself. There is no conflict. In fact, I would love you to be respectful towards yourself, because if you are not respectful towards yourself, who is going to be respectful towards you? If you are not proud of being a human being, the most evolved consciousness in the existence, then who is going to be proud of you? And your being proud is really nothing but a gratefulness for all that existence has given you. It is a tremendous gift. We are not worthy of it, and we do not deserve it. We have not earned it. We cannot claim it. It is just out of the abundance of existence that it has showered us with everything. We do not value what we have because we take it for granted, do not recognize its value. And the only time we recognize its value when it is no more available to us. I am reminded of a Naqshbandi Sufi story. It happens once a man who was poor, uneducated, unemployed, and he hated to beg, so he decided to commit suicide. Rather than begging, he thought it is better to commit a suicide. He was going towards the river to jump from the high point and get drowned. But by coincidence, at the high point from where he was thinking to jump, He found the Sufi mystic. And the mystic said, so you have come finally. Here people come only to commit suicide. I have chosen this place to meditate because very rarely do people come to commit suicide. So this is a very silent place. The man said, it is strange that I have not uttered a single word and you have said the right thing. I have come to commit suicide. The Sufi said, you can commit suicide, but I have one offer. How much would you like to have for both your eyes? The king needs two beautiful eyes and you have beautiful eyes. And the king knows that I always sit at suicide point. That is what the place is known as. People come here when they are going to commit suicide. What are you going to do with those beautiful eyes? You can give them to the king. So whatever you want for your eyes, you just say it. Your offer will be accepted. The man thought for a moment, how much should he ask? He could not think. Whatever he could think was only $5,000. He thought $1 million and $2 million, but nothing seemed to be the right price. Finally, he said $10 million. The mystic accepted. That is accepted. You come with me. First, we will take your eyes and then we'll bring you back here to jump and commit suicide. The two started walking to get the eyes taken out. On the way, the Sufi said, but I have few other customers too. How much would you like to take for your head without eyes? The man replied, you are a strange person. Who would like to have my head without eyes? The Sufi replied, I have a customer who is a magician and he needs a skull very desperately and he is not interested in eyes. Anyways, he is going to take away all the skin, everything, and clean up your skull completely for his purpose. The man exclaimed, my God, then how am I going to come back? And Sufi assured the man not to worry, I will manage. The man said, I have never thought about it. How much will be appropriate? What do you think? The Sufi said, any offer and it will be accepted. So the man sold his skull for another $10 million. On the way, the Sufi asked, would you like to sell the remaining body too? Because what is the point? You are already dead. Your eyes are gone. Your head is gone. What is left? There is no point in keeping your body, and I have another customer who is a scientist. He dissects bodies, therefore he is always in need of bodies, fresh bodies. And he will be absolutely happy because he cannot get such a fresh body that has only just died. The eyes have been taken, the head has been cut, but the body will still be warm. It is just like a flower torn from the tree. While it is still alive, it will take 2 or 3 days to fade away. The man said, but what about suicide? Is suicide finished? The mystic replied, there is no need of any suicide. Everything is sold already. The man said, but who will get all that money? The mystic replied, of course I will get it. Because you will be gone, who else will get it? You can think of it as my commission. If you want to take it with you, you can take it with you, but you will be gone. You will not need it then. As they reached the palace, the man started thinking again. What is he going to do? He had never thought that his eyes have such value, that his skull has value, and that his whole body has value. And this man is going to earn $30 million. The man said, I do not want to do this business anymore. The Sufi inquired, what about suicide then, that you have come here for? The man replied, now I do not want to commit suicide either. For the first time I have realized that I am a rich man. Up to now, I have always thought that I am a beggar. I was going to commit suicide because I was thinking I have nothing. Now I realize how much I have got. What is my worth? At this the mystic replied, it is up to you. I will have to go back and wait for someone else who may be coming, but think again. You will never get such customers. The man said, just leave me alone. You are a dangerous fellow. I used to think that you are a religious saint, always meditating on that hilltop. You seem to be the most dangerous man, selling me piece by piece, and finally all the money would come to you. I cannot imagine how many people you have sold, but I can understand why you go on sitting there. That is where your business comes. I will make the whole city know this and tell them not to go to that point, and beware of that man. He is dangerous, very dangerous. The mystic replied, I was just trying to help you. You were going to destroy such precious things by drowning in the river. I have been trying to wake you up. Existence has given you such precious things, and rather than being grateful, you are behaving in such an ugly manner. In reality, there is no customer. It was all fiction. What will the king do with your eyes? Dead eyes. And the magician can get any skull as he needs from the graveyard. And every day people die in the hospital, and fresh bodies are available to the scientists. So there is no customer at all. It was just to make you aware that you have so many precious things given to you by the nature, and you are not feeling grateful. You are not feeling prayerful. Don't you have any gratitude, any thankfulness? Is suicide your thankfulness? Self-respect is respect without comparison. Pride is dignity, a feeling of dignity that existence wants you, that existence has created you, that existence needs you every moment. You are welcome in the existence. You are not an unwanted child, an orphan. Moment to moment existence is giving you nourishment, life, light, and everything that you need. Ego is comparison. And because it is comparative, it is ugly, it is sick. And the very idea that I am superior to you for any reason is inhumane. But being proud of yourself does not make anybody inferior. In fact, it shows the other also the way to be proud of him, to be respectful of him. I am against ego, but neither against pride, nor against self-respect. Those are the most important human qualities. But very often people consider pride to be a part of ego, or synonymous with ego. This is absolutely wrong. Pride is a totally different aspect of life.